Hello, Kansas City, and welcome to another episode of Speak Up, brought to you by Televida. This is the week that I've been waiting on. You know, I always love my babies, and I love the kids, and I love our future. And today I have the distinct opportunity to sit down with not only one of Kansas City's #1 top Black women who is out here doing the work, but also with one of her students. I know everybody knows Tammy Buckner, and if you don't know her, you will know her today. And then she brought today with her Trinity Kareem. And I am so excited. We're going to talk about WeCo and how WeCo fits into our ecosystem and the rebuilding of our village. So right now, I want to introduce Tammy, and I want to introduce Trinity, and I want to welcome you both to Speak Up.
Thank you, Kim, so much. I really appreciate this opportunity. This is amazing. And this is one of my students that's been coming to WeCode for about 4 or 5 years now, Trinity Kareem.
Wow.
So thank you for allowing us this opportunity.
So Tammy, we're going to get to you in a moment. I want to talk to Trinity because, you know, we have all these programs and they're all great programs. I definitely want to say kudos to all of you out here that are working with our children to build them up. But Trinity, okay, first of all, I want you to tell me where you go to school, how old you are, and what grade you're going to be in.
I go to Lincoln High School, and I'm 14 years old. I heard about WeCode from really her and my mom. They got me into WeCode because I really like the technology field. I like getting into the coding. It helps me. I think it helps me be more than what I am, like greater than, like it lets me see what I can really
your
do,
potential.
Potential.
Yeah, you're great. So what grade will you be in this year?
I will be a sophomore.
A sophomore. And how old are you?
I'm 15 and 3.
Girl, that's the right. So hold up. I think I was 15. Okay, good. That's okay. So you'll find out, honey. I'm going to ask you some really crazy questions. So you said that, you know, getting into WeCo and learning about WeCo through Miss Tammy and your mom 4 years ago. And you have had a mindset for technology. And so you see where technology could take you. Where do you see yourself going?
I don't know. I just see myself being something great. I have a lot of good people in my circle that I know will get me somewhere far.
Good. So I'm going to ask you, when you are in your zone, when you're at WeCo and you're in your zone, because I know you get into a zone and you're coding, what's that feeling like?
It makes you feel like you're motivated. You're like, you have adrenaline kind of.
Yeah.
Real motivated.
Yeah. So how many are there different age groups that you work with? So how many are in your age group that you work with?
It's not really a lot, but it's a good amount, maybe about 6 or 7 people in my age group. Yeah. That I work with.
Okay. So there is a tech program, and I don't know if you heard of them, 48. I'm going to have to introduce you. They're getting ready to have this big, huge competition.
Oh, wow.
And it's all about coding.
I would love that.
Yes. And I definitely see you guys getting into that. I'm going to come back to you. Tammy, I want to talk to you because what motivated you to even start talking about our kids need to learn how to code?
You know, Kim, I have been a software developer, a project manager, a business analyst. And during all of that time, I rarely saw people that looked like me. Mm-hmm. I rarely saw women, specifically Black women, in the technology space. And when I was going about, you know, my career, it was difficult for me to be in a space that was dominated by white males.
Right.
There was challenges. There was time I was looked over for promotions, and it was hard being in a space like literally by myself.
Right.
I started looking into the community and looking around me. Like, I had no mentors. I had no one to say, keep going, you can do it. This is, just no inspiration. No one that, around me that was doing the same thing. And as I was looking at generation, as my children were coming up, I started teaching them about technology.
Yeah.
And my thought was, if I don't teach my kids and other kids, who's going to be out there doing that for them?
Absolutely.
So that's what intrigued me to start getting into the community to figure out, how can I help? How can I expose technology to young people?
Yeah. That's interesting that you should say that too, because I remember, and I'm much older, but I remember when, the technology boom started really happening, and I was working in corporate America, and they were coming in, and, we went from having the electric typewriter to monitors and computers, and you had your DOS and you did not see anybody of color at all. All. And it wasn't until, like in later years that you even saw foreigners coming into the country who had technical experience or that technology. And so when I look at now, this is great.
Yes.
This is great.
Yes.
Because now we're developing the next generation to follow along, because if not, we're going to be really left behind.
Right.
So Trinity, how does it feel to be, because you're going to be a pioneer. You know what a pioneer is, right? You're creating a path for those that are in groups behind you. How does it feel to be able to be that pioneer?
It feels good that I'm able to, I guess you could say, mentor someone. Like, I'm like pretty much younger than everyone in my family, so actually feeling older.
Yeah.
That's
dope. Baby.
Yeah.
That's dope. You know what? And the funny thing is, I always talk about, we are a generation of people that don't think about it's never too late, and we can learn from the young. The Bible says, from the mouths of babes. And it's not just the truth, but it is lesson. It is wisdom, because I've gotten some wise advice from young people. So you will be getting out of school in about 3 years. You got 3 more years. You got your sophomore, junior, senior year. What are your plans?
I do want to start in the hair first, because that's what I'm doing right now. So I want to do that, and then I want to go in the nursing field, the medical field, and I also want to do coding. Yeah.
Wow. See, this is what I love about our kids. Our generation, they have so many options. And there's nothing wrong with any of your options.
Absolutely.
But trust this. Do you know that in both hair and the nursing, your coding will come in handy?
Absolutely.
It will be something that could take you to the next level.
Absolutely.
So if I wanted to learn how to code, can I get you to teach me a little bit? Yes. So tell me what else is coming up. What are some of the things that We Code is embarking upon over the next few years? I understand that you guys have a building, but you're looking for a new space. How's that going?
All of that. And I want to do one step back and piggyback on something that Trinity just said, of all of the industries that she's looking to get into. And I tell people this all the time. Technology is involved with every single industry.
Yes.
Every single industry. Yes. So kudos to, Trinity in not limiting herself to one industry. But yeah, in regards to We Code in our space right now, we are looking to purchase a building so that we can build on a tech hub or a maker space. And the goal is to have for our kids in the urban core to have a place that they can call their own, that they can come into. They can learn everything from various coding to virtual reality, this type of security, and they can come in with their laptops or just learn from mentors.
Right.
So that's the goal right now. It's up in the air, but we are working on that. We're trying to figure out, the space that we're looking at right now. Will this, it may be a situation where it's too small.
Yeah.
So that we need a bigger space. Yeah. We don't know. I'm a very strong woman of God and of faith, and I allow Him to lead me. So that's where, right now I'm just kind of praying on it.
Yeah.
And figuring out where it's going to lead.
Okay. So let me ask this question, because I ask this question all the time. So you know what an ecosystem is?
Yeah.
Okay. So part of the ecosystem is we have to work together in order for everything to work. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to ask you about collaboration.
Yeah.
I see Kansas City, and I talk about this. Tammy, she knows me very well. I speak truth. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I speak truth to fault. But there's nothing that can damage truth.
Absolutely.
And I think that we miss out when we don't collaborate and when we don't work together on projects.
Absolutely.
So I'm looking at a campus. I'm looking at a campus. I'm not going to say where.
Okay.
But you and I will talk offline.
Yes,
I'm looking at a campus, and I would love to have, you said, a tech hub.
Absolutely.
And where we could bring some of all of you that are doing this work, because all of you are doing the work, and it's more than enough that needs to be done.
My goodness, yes.
We could build a campus that you can go from one area to the next area,
Absolutely.
From coding to robotics to architect to engineering to whatever those technical or technology hubs are.
Yes.
And we put it on a campus
that would be amazing.
We could bring 1,500 students.
Yes.
Now we're talking about being impactful.
Absolutely.
So when we talk about collaboration, and you and I talked about, we're going to collaborate. My goal is to make sure that I am connecting the dots. That's my job.
Yes.
I'm not trying to do anybody's work. I do want to learn how to code. I'm going to say that again. I keep putting out these shameless plugs. Y'all know me, right?
We got you. Yeah, we got you.
They got me. Y'all heard it. It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on Facebook. And thank you, Televida, for getting it out here.
We got you.
But I definitely want to, I want to know how you guys feel about that.
I think it's amazing. I think the collaboration is, I can't do everything. Another program can't do it. We have so many kids that need the opportunity to be exposed to technology. We Code cannot do everything.
Right.
And another organization cannot do everything. And I say that all the time. I love the collaboration.
Yeah.
Because when I finish with, if they're going through Python or JavaScript or whatever that coding language is, and someone says, hey, I may want to do robotics, well, I don't have a robotics team.
Right.
So I'm going to send you over here to XYZ because they do that.
Yeah.
So the collaboration is a must for Kansas City. I mean, we are a big, small city. Everybody say that we are a big, small city.
Yes.
So, and there's so many kids. We do get kids from so many different zip codes.
Yeah.
We just was doing our impact numbers and found out we have impacted over 100 schools.
Wow.
Right. And so I can't even imagine if we had extensions. Like now we can say, okay, now you can go over here. The capacity can grow.
Yes.
Every child needs to learn technology. I don't care how old you are or what's your zip code. Starting our babies at the youngest age possible. And We Code cannot do it all. And I don't want to do it all. That's not my goal to do all the kids. It's just to impact my kids in the areas and, as many people that want to. And I say it all the time, just like, everybody's not going to want to come to We Code.
Right.
Just like there's a McDonald's, there's a Burger King, there's a Taco Bell, there's a Wendy's.
Right.
Everybody have their own lights.
Yes.
So, I mean, I just think the collaboration is so needed. As long as we're getting the skills, that's the most important.
That's the most important thing.
That's the most important thing.
We're going. I like to have fun, and I know that We Code and coding is not the only thing you do. You're 14 years old. What do you like to do personally?
Me personally, I like to do hair. That's my main.
I see. I like those locks too, girl. Did you do your own?
Yes, I did.
No way.
Yes, ma'am.
So I can imagine what you do to other hair. I might have to have you hook a sister
there
up.
You go.
I'm telling you. Every now and then I do something with this up here. So what else do you like to do?
I don't know. It's a lot of things I like to. I like to play volleyball.
Good. See.
Something I like to do.
So I was an athlete back in my day. So I played volleyball, ran track, I played basketball. Then I outplayed the boys in football. But back in my day, we were not allowed to play on the
Oh
football
my
team. But
goodness.
yeah, I could outrun them. But yeah, so at 14, 15, because you'll be 15 next week, so you're closer to 15 than you are 14. So at 15 years old, you're a sophomore. You're getting ready for high school. Are you getting ready to do the high school thing, like all the good things that happen in high school?
I want to do that probably next year. I think right now I'm still going to stay,
Look at here.
stay close.
Oh my goodness. Mother, parents of this girl right here. Kudos. Good job. You got a good village around you. You got Miss Tammy. This is what villages are about.
Yes, ma'am.
This is what it's about. It's not about holding our kids down or holding them back, but it is giving them the path and letting them walk the path slowly, but also seeing everything around them.
Yeah, and we have to give those exposure to these babies.
Absolutely.
So that they can find themselves.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
So I'm going to throw a shameless plug to Tammy. She don't know I got this coming. So this is an ideal that's been building in me for a long time. And I'm putting this out here for all of my Black female leadership leaders in Kansas City. We have a lot of male building programs where they are working with our Black men, and they're doing a great job, fabulous job. When I went to the ProX final kickoff or the final finale, and I saw the phenomenal work that Urban Rangers is doing. I know what Henry Wash is doing over at Higher Aspiration, and several others, D'Anthony Thomas, Boys to Men. There's just so many. I could just keep naming them. But when I look at our young women, I don't see us stepping up doing our work. And I think that the exposure that these men have stepped up and gave our young men, now I see we have young women that are lost.
Yes, ma'am.
And not to mention anything negative, but I've seen some things and characteristics in our young women that I think mentoring is important.
Absolutely.
So I'm looking for a team of women to sit down and strategize with me, where we come up with a program for young women.
I love
that we can give them some of the exposure that we have.
I think that's amazing. I know there are a couple out there, Awesome Ambitions.
Awesome Ambitions.
13. Let me think of it. Aisha Tyler. Aisha Tyler. I am 413. Amazing young girl organization. But I think that's, you're absolutely right. We need more to step up.
So I do know Cynthia Newsom and Awesome Ambition.
Yes.
And she's done a phenomenal job. But again, the impact.
Yes, ma'am.
She has her capacity. And so pulling us together and even asking her how we can expound on that, not do anything better or different.
No, we just need more.
We need more. We need a variety.
We need a variety.
And we need a variety. And then I am for 13.
I am for 13.
I have, I think I've heard of her, but I'd like to meet her and learn more. But that collaboration and understanding that we have a lot more girls out here.
We have a lot more girls. We have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, we do.
I truly, because our girls are hurting.
Yes,
they are. Our girls are hurting.
Yes, they are.
And we need to, as Black women, we do need to step up.
Yeah.
So I would take that challenge and would love to be a part of that.
Yay.
I will take that challenge. These are my babies. When they come to We Code, I tell the parents, these are my babies.
Right.
When they walk through my door, they belong to me.
That's right.
So anything that will provide a mentorship.
Yes.
And it's not just about technology. It's about learning who they are.
Right.
What they can provide, what they can become.
Right.
When I hear, a child saying, 3 different industries, let's figure out who we can connect her with.
So that's what I do, a lot of that. As a matter of fact, I have a young lady that I met with that went through another tech program, and she was at something that we were doing, and she wants to be an architect. And so I am going to connect her with my friends that are one female
Awesome.
architects,
Yes.
Black female architects,
I love that.
and then Black architects, period. Or Hispanic, because she's a Hispanic girl.
Okay.
Hispanic architect. So not only is it about her and her ethnicity, but being able to see someone that looked like you gives you hope.
Yes,
it's not a bad thing.
It's not.
It's not a bad thing.
Absolutely. Representation matters.
Absolutely.
So important that I love that I'm able to provide that a young girl can say, wow, I really can be a successful woman in technology.
Absolutely.
Because I can show them that I've done that. I'm doing that.
Absolutely.
So it's important that they see other women. That how else would they know that I can be a game developer?
Absolutely.
How else would they know that I can get into cybersecurity if they don't see other women that look like them that's doing that? So I think,
and it's not a one-off.
And it's not a one-off.
Yes.
So I even encourage, and because we are here, I even encourage other Black women, Latina, Hispanic women that are interested in being a part of We Code, so that our babies, because we are diverse.
Yes.
I mean, and I'm not just saying even by race. I mean, LGBT, we are diverse.
Yes.
And our babies, we're a community.
Yes.
I want our young people to come in to see someone that resembles them.
Yes.
So that they can know, wow, I can do it because I see this young lady or I see this woman doing it. Because it's not just about coding. We now get the opportunity to help mentor them and show them what classes that they need to take if they want to pursue college or if they want to pursue entrepreneurship or go into, the workforce. We help guide them with that.
And it's also about inclusion.
Absolutely.
It's teaching real inclusion.
Real inclusion.
I talk a lot about we want to be included in an exclusive club. And so you can't ask for something that you're not willing to give. My pastor said something yesterday in church, and I've been carrying it all day yesterday. She said, she was talking about the Lord's Prayer, and she says, thy kingdom come. She says, stop praying for something you're not willing to live.
Oh.
If you're not willing to live the kingdom, quit praying for the kingdom. And it's the same thing. If we're not willing to be inclusive, quit asking to be included.
Quit asking to be included.
Quit asking, because you're never going to be included because you're exclusive. Being very diverse. This is what the world is. This is what America is.
Yes.
Whether we like it or not.
We're
a melting pot.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have got to learn to work and live together as Americans. But there's nothing wrong with focusing on the ethnic issues.
Absolutely.
Because we all have a different cultural issue. It's just teaching us how to work with each other's culture.
That's amazing.
I just want to, I can't say enough about We Code. You and I have been playing this dance like, I want you on my show. And he's like, yeah. But finally, I've gotten here. Trust me, this will not be the last time. I do want you to take this back. Her babies are my babies. And the investment that we put in our children.
Yes, ma'am.
The investment, and I'm going to say this again, the investment that we put in our children. Not that somebody else puts in, not that the government puts in, not that the city puts in, but the investment that we put into our children will determine the success of our future. This is generational wealth.
Yes,
generational wealth is not always dollars and cents.
That's right.
It is where we're going to be in 2050.
Yeah.
What is the Black community going to look like? That should be our main concern.
Yes.
And how we get it should be our main concern. And it's not asking someone else. It's investing in what we have. I want to thank you both for coming. You have been amazing guests. I just love her. She's so pretty. Oh my God. Our children are beautiful.
Beautiful.
And our young
Beautiful.
ladies, we just got to remind you how beautiful you are, how smart you are, how much you have to offer the world.
Yes.
And it seems like you know it. So I'm going to give you an opportunity. I want you to look in that camera and I want you to thank whoever you want to thank. I want you to make sure you thank your parents. And I want you to tell someone out there that they too can do what you're doing.
I want to thank my mom. That's first and foremost. I want to thank my mom for bringing me into this world, letting me see, have full potential, do everything I can do without judging me. And I want to thank Miss Tammy for having this opportunity with We Code KC and being able to just let me run wild and do anything that I want to do. And yeah, for anybody that wants to do anything, do it. You can put your mind to whatever you can do.
That's
Dream
right.
big. It's nothing too little that you can't do.
I love that.
Yeah, that's really all I can say.
Oh my goodness, these children are so... Where was I at 14? I was like, I was not this smart. And I thank God for you guys, really. Tammy, I need you to look in the camera and tell Kansas City, one, what you need from us.
Yes.
How can we be of assistance? And then also, where we can find you. And if there's room for kids to enroll,
oh my goodness,
what they need to do. Okay.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. Yes, Kansas City, if you are in technology or even if you're not, if you just want to make an impact on our students in the Kansas City area, I would love for you to donate some time. If it's an hour just to come out, even if it's just helping them turn the computers on or just talking to them about being a mentor, that's what my need is, to ask Kansas City, Black, white, Latina, Hispanic, LGBT, be a part of WeCode. We would love to have you. You can go to wecodekc.org, sign up. We have a summer camp that's coming up next week, August the 1st through the 5th, wecodekc.org. Please sign your children up, ages 7 to 17. We would love to have you. We are so excited about being in the community of Kansas City to just expose our young people to technology and cybersecurity. So thank you again, Kim. I really appreciate this opportunity.
Oh, thank you. Well, there you have it. Another fabulous week on Speak Up. If you missed our shows, you can go on Televida Speak Up on YouTube channel. Catch all my shows. Don't miss this show. Do not miss this show. Know that this platform is open to speak up. I'm looking forward to speaking to more of our youth in Kansas City.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to anyone that wants to come on and talk about how do we rebuild our ecosystem, the village in our community. Yeah. How do we become impactful? How do we invest in our future? Again, thank you, Televida. Looking forward to seeing you next week. Have a great week. See you later. Bye.